Alrighty, so I don't know if you can hear me because it's quite loud out, but I'm wearing my earphones, so I figured I'll try to do that. But anyway, I'm in Bucharest, Romania, in Old Town, staying at a hostel. It's pretty sick around here. Show you there. So I've been here for a few nights, and then last night I had an experience while I was drinking, so I figured, well, drinking, kind of. I'll tell you that. So there's an Argentinian fella. Oh, the focus is tanked it. Yeah. So there's an Argentinian fella who came from Veliko to Bucharest with me. And then we already had something in common, so we were already talking. And then it's last night. I've been really tired. I don't know why. I assume because food's quite expensive here. I've been eating a lot less than usual, so I imagine that I don't really have the energy. But, so, he invited me out drinking. I was like, well, I've never turned down an invitation for that, so I didn't figure I'd spend too much money, but more just to walk around to see things. It's nice to company, I guess. I don't know, man. So, we go out, and then we first just do some laps around. And it's so interesting here because every restaurant will have some young, attractive lady, and she will always be going, do you want a beer? Do you want food? You cannot walk past a single restaurant without someone trying to grab at you. And I feel so bad because nobody is taking the bait. Like, they have the most tiresome job, and I feel so sorry for them, and they go all night. Like, it's impressive, honestly. Salute to them. But we're walking around, and then we hit a really narrow alleyway street kind of thing, and it's not sus, like the thing is lined with bars and I think a strip club kind of thing. So we walk in, and Max had already walked around the night before, so he was going, let's start in this place, it's cheap. And we go for a beer, and it's 3.30 so a bloody small bottle of beer, which costed 10 lei, which is about $3 Australian. Now for $2 from the supermarket, you can get a 3-litre bottle of beer, and they're charging $3 for 330 So immediately I knew I wasn't drinking that night. So I bought a beer just because I'm out, kind of thing. I'll just cop the loss. And then we're standing there, and there's this drunk, maybe 5-foot fat dude in an orange shirt. He can barely fucking walk. He's stumbling around, just falling over at random times on his ass. The fat protected him from knocking his head on the ground and finishing him off, but like, god damn, stumbling into tables, knocking glasses over, it was funny, man. So he walks off, we're just standing there, people watching, getting to know each other, really. And then there's this other drunk dude who's just having a fucking dance. And then there's this older woman who's having a dance, and then another drunk dude. So the three of them are having a dance. I'm laughing at them. They're funny as hell. Like, it was pretty funny. So, yeah, the Argentinian fella's like, yeah, she's definitely coked up, you know. She was just going at it. And then, so we were laughing. And then one of the drunk dudes comes up to me. Excuse me if you can't hear, because I'll drop. Comes up to me, puts his arm around to the side of me like that, leaning on a door. Cigarette in hand. I look over and I'm thinking, he's drunk, so he probably just lacks that personal space thing, you know? And then he says, do we have a problem? And then I'm still a bit confused. I'm like, did we look concerned, or? And then I was like, what? And then he pointed to the woman dancing like crazy, and I was like, oh, right. Oh, okay, he's standing up from her. So, I don't know, I just found the situation funny because what happened was I was like, oh no, laughing, fun, smiles, dancing, it's happy. And then he smiles at me and he's like, I like happy. And I'm thinking, alright, dickhead, well, the fuck, piss off then, you know? Like, yeah, cool, good chat, mate, now piss off kind of thing. And yeah, so that was easily diffused. And then I'm thinking, if in the event it did escalate into anything, I had Max, he's 30 years old, got a beard, Argentinian, got a gold chain, tattooed up. I'm thinking, if this fella as much as pushed me, he'd have Max to my right, he'd probably knock the cunt right out. So, I don't know what he was hoping to achieve from that, but he did his thing. And then we were there for a bit longer, and then the little fat dude who was stumbling, could barely walk, came back. And a bouncer told him to move on. I don't know, just not even move on. He didn't tell him to, he just like made him walk 10 steps down, just get out of his face, I assume. And this drunk dude was upset. I was laughing, but I had to like hold myself because I learned. I was like, oh shit, okay. No laughing to drunk people's faces kind of thing. And this dude would probably do something, you know. So he looks at me, I'm dead face, hold my face, turns around, keep laughing, and then he picks up a chair with the intention of moving. So some big guy comes up, puts the chair down and tells him to walk on. So at this point, Max is like, the people here are annoying, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, right, let's move. So we spend some more time walking around. We didn't really go anywhere because everything was expensive, but like so many women coming up to you. Do you want a drink? Do you want a beer? A few of them offering a massage, and like, I don't know, I think I know what they mean by massage, you know what I mean? And the amount of strip clubs here, it's insane. I've never seen so many. At one point, there were 3 strip clubs in my single view, like, and then the women dancing at bars, right? So some bars will have women in this like bikini type clothing, lingerie type clothing, and just dancing, shaking their ass on the table, right? And I do not understand how they expect any business out of that. These women look so depressed. Like, I cannot believe it. They are just grumpy, do not want to be there. I'm thinking, how can any dude look at that and go, fuck yes, I'm going in there? Like, I don't get it. It must work, otherwise they'd stop doing it, but yeah, I don't know. So we walk around some more. We've had experience with the drunk people, experience with the hookers, and experience with the naggy people. Had one gypsy come up to us asking for money. Yeah, so we're sitting on the chairs, and then a gypsy comes up asking for money. And Max, he starts reaching in. He's got coins from like all over the world he couldn't exchange. So he reaches into his wallet and he's trying to sift through for Romanian coins. And he's starting to separate it, and then the dude just walks off on him, and he's like, hey. And he just does not respond. So like, he was about to give him money and he just walked off on him. So, I mean, we were a bit confused at that. We're like, yeah, I suppose, man, you do you, I guess. Like, whatever, man. So, yeah, we walk around some more, just see some things. You know, nothing too special. I wasn't spending any more money because of how expensive everything was. He bought another drink, 2 drinks. Very generous. He wouldn't let me not have a sip of his beer. Like, Argentinians are just generous, I suppose. So, yeah, and then it was like 2 o'clock. I figured, yeah, I'm going to go into bed. Yeah, whatever. He figured he'd have one more walk around. But, yeah, so it was an interesting one. But, yeah, I went to bed, except, I don't know, I was just tired. So I was like, nah, screw this. I don't have to be up in the morning. I'm not busy tomorrow, so I just stayed up. I don't remember falling asleep, but I wake up with my earphone tangled around my arm. My phone isn't where it should be. And I'm like, what the fuck? Looking around, absolutely exhausted. There's a YouTube video which was like finished playing. So I assume I fell asleep during that or something. So, yeah. And then today, I don't know why, but I've been probably know why, because I haven't been eating properly. But yeah, absolutely exhausted. So I haven't seen too much of this city. I'm sure it has a lot to offer, but it's expensive. I'm not motivated. Everything's expensive. So, yeah, for breakfast, I had 2 really nice pastries. Imagine sausage rolls you get from the servo, but dessert pastry. So a thinner pastry with powdered sugar over the top of it, and apricot jam and like raspberry jam instead of it. It's like a thin pastry. It was quite nice. And then for dinner, there's like 30 cents for a big loaf of bread. So I'll stick some tomato, cucumber, salami in that. So I'm leaving tomorrow back to Veliko, and I'll spend 1 or 2 nights in Veliko. I'm thinking 1 night in Veliko, and then maybe 1 night in Plovdiv, and then I've got my 2 nights in Sofia. Headed to Paris, where up to 5 nights in Paris. I met a Parisian girl who said I was able to stay at her place, because I was joking about sleeping on the street, and she was a social worker who helps the homeless. So, yeah, turns out, yeah, she offered me a place to stay. But, yeah, and then I'm headed down to Poitiers, Saint-Romain, and then after that I'm not too sure. So, that's been the update. It's a cool place. Always people singing. It's really neat. It's Friday night, so it's meant to get super busy. So hoping I see some drunk people doing dumb shit. But that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, cool place. Didn't enjoy myself too much. Very expensive. Oh, very. I mean, compared to my budget, I just don't like spending money. But yeah, I'm sure if I was motivated enough to explore, it would have been full of history, culture, and excitement. But I mean, it's beautiful. Just sitting on this balcony here, overlooking the city, the old street. It's like I sit here for hours, honestly. Music, a scene. I enjoy it. So yeah, that was Old Town Bucharest.